You're watching the station that's working for you. Now, WMAR 2 News.
I'm Christian Schaefer with your WMAR 2 News update. An investigation is underway after a man was shot and killed while in police custody. This was last night in the Temple Hills area of Prince George's County. The suspect had been arrested, handcuffed, and was in the front seat of the police cruiser while officers investigated the scene there along St. Barnabas Road for drugs. A police spokeswoman said there was a struggle inside that police cruiser. Witnesses told police they heard two loud bangs during the struggle. The officer involved in that has been placed on administrative leave. His name has not been released, nor has the name of the suspect who died in that shooting. Today, police in Baltimore County are expected to release video from the body cameras worn by officers who responded to this home. That was the 76-year-old woman being thrown to the ground by a police officer earlier this month. A neighbor recorded this cell phone video. You can see that officer grabbing 76-year-old Rena Mellerson, throwing her to the ground out in front of her home. Police have been called there to find Mellerson's granddaughter. Eventually, they were both taken into custody. Today, the county police department is expected to release video from the officers' body-worn cameras, along with some audio from radio transmissions and the 911 call that led them to that home. A bill aimed at helping children and families who experience trauma in Baltimore City, like gun violence, is moving forward. It's called the Trauma Responsive Care Act, and Baltimore City Council granted it final passage last night. The bill now heads to the desk of Mayor Jack Young for his signature. Councilman Zeke Cohen introduced that bill, and last night he tweeted that Mayor Young does plan to sign it after an event at Frederick Douglass High School. It's scheduled for February the 9th. That will mark 1 year since a staff member at that school was shot inside of that school building. The Maryland Department of Health has announced the first suspected case of coronavirus in Maryland. The identity of the person is still unknown. The results still pending. It's not clear when officials will say whether that person has the virus or not. But so far, there are 5 confirmed cases of coronavirus in the United States. No deaths reported. In China, though, coronavirus has sickened thousands of people. More than 100 have died from it. Entire cities are being shut down. The CDC says the risk for Americans getting the virus still relatively low, but state health officials say you might want to take some precautions to stay healthy and avoid that virus.
Now from WMAR 2 News, Maryland's most accurate forecast.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. On this Tuesday, we are tracking some breezy conditions, also some sun and clouds, and a wintry mix is possible as we head into the weekend. But before we get there, let's talk about today, and we'll plan together as once again, we will be breezy with temperatures above normal, but with those winds sticking around, that 45 degrees that I'm forecasting for today is going to feel more like the 30s. So make sure you dress accordingly. We head to the wind, and as we go in through the rest of today, we have those gusts up to about 25, possibly maybe even 30 miles an hour. So it is going to be a breezy, gusty day on tap, making it feel a lot colder. So this morning we've been feeling more like the mid-20s, the upper 20s. By the afternoon, temperatures will feel more like the mid to upper 30s. So again, dress in layers and make sure you bundle up. With that said, again, we will have a mix of sun and clouds as we go throughout the day. Then we scoot the sun and clouds to the side as we talk about some wintry type weather as we head towards your Saturday. So we'll start you off with some rain in the forecast, but then as we go through the overnight into Sunday morning early, looks like we could see a little bit of a wintry mix. The bulk of the snow and the accumulating snow will be back off towards the mountains, back off towards the west there. It's in, it's out. Church services look to be a go as we go into your Sunday morning. The 7-day forecast not looking too bad, as the only day on here that's pretty much below average comes in on Thursday, but we will stay on the dry side. And then temperatures will be 53 degrees, Christian, on Monday with ample sunshine.
Okay, we're looking forward to that. Thanks very much, Lynette. That's all the time we have for now, but stay with us online at WMAR2news.com all day long for updates on top stories and breaking news. And for news and weather on the go, you can download the WMAR2 News app from the App Store. It's got live radar, and you can set up breaking news alerts to come straight to your phone or tablet. Thanks for watching. I'm Christian Schaefer.
This WMAR 2 News update is sponsored by Jones Junction.